Hi and welcome to Marie's Acrylic and Gel Nails. Welcome back everybody. Today's tutorial I'm doing something a little bit different and you'll all get to see, but I will be using tie-dyed pink, which is very neon, disco, which is a neon blue. I will be using Mod Squad, which is a neon green, black, Woodstock, which is a neon yellow, and this neon hippie orange from NSI. So let's kick into this. So we're going to be doing this on this little pinky here. So first off, what I'm going to do now, again guys, if you were doing this on a natural, on a nail, not a practice hand, you would get your clear. I'm using my NSI Radiant Pink rather than my clear, and you would just lay a coat down to protect the natural nail for when you come back to file later on, so you're not trying to file coloured acrylics off of natural nails and causing damage or staining the natural nail bed. And I think black is just the worst for staining. So once you've got your thin layer, and I mean super thin, you want to put down a solid but thin layer of black. And I am going to start up here at my cuticle, and I'm going to start to feather it out. And you want this layer of black the whole way down the nail. And like I said, you want a really thin layer, but you want it to be solid black. Well, that's not good. Excuse, oh well, I'll keep working with it because I don't know where it went. I just lost the cap off my, oh, no, I have it. I just lost the cap off the end of my brush, and I found it. Okay, so for those who are interested, I work with a Acrylic. It's a number 8 brush. So this will be my last spool of black acrylic. I'm just making sure that I have a solid, a solid base of black. Okay. I will soon I will get out, because I don't know that my pink will do it justice, but I will get out my crystal clear, which is NSI's competition grade clear. So I'm just letting that set up a little bit. Put the lid on my black, and I'll just move that out of my way. So what I'm going to do is open up these colours, and I've gotten my number 6 Master Touch. Oops, sorry, it's well loved, this brush, Master Touch Acrylic brush. Okay, I use this for when I'm doing 3D nail art and things like this, but I'm not doing this today. Now there is a couple of ways you will be able to finish this nail or do it. and I will do it the second way in another video. So I'm just getting a very small little beads of colour. And I'm just letting it set, but I want to try and keep them as round as possible. Because when I encapsulate the nail, I want them to look like little air bubbles. Okay, so I'm going to get another one of the pink, and I'm going to just get the liquid out of my brush, and I'm going to pop it just here. So I want, if I can, I want to get at least 2 little balls of each colour on the nail. So now I'm going to go for my blue, and I'm just going to make sure that there is a definite line there between the pink and the blue. Just grab that little bit. And I'm going to come in here and stop the blue running into the pink at that end. Tuck the little tails up. So then I'm going to get a bigger ball of my blue, and I'm going to put him up here, up on the top of the nail. I'm going to go in for some green. I'll put a green ball just there. And remember, as you're getting down closer to the tip, because you don't want big thick tips, you really do want, see how tiny that little ball is? I'm not pressing these down at all. Okay, I'm going to get my orange. Yeah, I'm not flattening the balls out at all. I'm happy with the thickness they are as far as when I do come to encapsulate them. You might not be, so you might want to flatten them down. Like that orange is a little bit too big, so I'm going to remove some of it. And just making so here's a ball again. Okay, so my next colour is the yellow, which I'm going to go after a teeny little ball of, and I'm going to put it here on the tip. I'm going to get a little bit larger ball, and I'm going to place it just here, if it'll come off my brush, like so. And I'm just going to come and push it off that blue and that pink. Okay, so now I'm filling it in. I'm going to get a bit bigger ball of the yellow and I'm going to pop it here. And I'm just going to keep an eye on it as it's flowing. It's not touching any of the other colours. Like it's on the orange now, so I'm just going to clean it up. So I'm going to get a medium-sized pink and I'm going to put it here at the edge of the cuticle. I'm going to grab a little blue one and all I'm doing is I'm just going to fill up any spaces with dots. I think I'm going to make that blue one just a little bit bigger. Okay, so I want to put one more ball in, and for that ball I'm just going to grab my Fire Engine Red, because I only want one ball of this colour. And I'm just going to place it just there in the centre, and as you can see I'm just going to now work the red off the other colours. Try to keep it into a little ball. Okay. I'm just going to wipe off that there. So I'm not worried about their sizes, because when I come in and encapsulate in a second, it's pink, any excess will file off. Green, and I know what colour the lids are because the pigment, it just stains the tops of the lids, which is so helpful. Orange. Otherwise I'd be putting small dots on the top of my lids so I knew what colour went where. Okay. Okay, so now I'm happy with that. Oh, I forgot to grab out my crystal clear. It's total clear. So I've got my clear. It's just totally clear. It's the first clear I came across. I'm just going to get my number 8 brush, and I'm going to get a big ball of clear, and I'm just going to start to encapsulate, and you've got to make sure that you do push the clear acrylic down into the spaces. The other way you could do this was put the coloured balls on the nail and then go over it with the black, and then when you would file you would see the coloured balls through that way. I actually like it better this way because you actually can see the balls. My son tells me they look like little warts. He's nearly 17, and before he's as bad as my cats. Mum, what's for dinner? We're having leftovers, Nick. It's in the fridge. Just nuke it. When are you going to be done? Actually, I'm really proud of Nick. He got a offer of a job at Easter. He's doing some work experience and for the school, so it's unpaid. And they liked him that much, they gave him some cash in hand and offered him a job, an apprenticeship at the end of the year if he wanted it. And Nick would like to get an apprenticeship out at the mines because they pay better money, but we don't know how that's going to go. But in saying all that, Nicholas is the only one out of the 100 kids in his school that had applied that got an interview about 3 weeks ago with BMA for a diesel fitter's apprenticeship. So out of 100 kids he goes to school with that applied for it, he was the only one, because he's asked, who got it. And then he's gotten through to the next stage, which is a second interview sometime next week. So I'm very, very proud, and I'll keep you all updated. If you want to know, I'll let you know if he gets a job. They'll send him a letter of offer in August, towards the end of it. So hopefully, well, either which way really, Nicholas will be walking out of school into a trade, which is absolutely fantastic. So that is that finger totally encapsulated. I will pause. I will let that finger set up. After it's set up, I'll give it a file and I'll meet you back. Guys, welcome back. I just want to show you before we go too much further the thickness. Maybe it might be better if I take it off. You can see that. Okay, it is not, it's well shaped. It's got its strength here, but it is not a thick nail at all. Okay, so yes, it can be done. You can do cool things like this. I love this. It's one of the first things I did years and years ago, and I absolutely love doing, especially in the bright neon colours. It really pops. So as normal, I'm just going to go over with the sanding block with you guys. Everybody's at me. The cats are back in here. They're not normally allowed in here, but when I'm in here and there's no customer in here, they're like, what are we doing, Mum? Mum, we're not allowed in this room. I think Nick's been in here 3 or 4 times bugging me. So, okay. So you can really see how that's come out, and it's so pretty. And I love the little balls. I think they just look really groovy, and they look like they're actually floating within the nail. It's so, so cool. So I've got my Glaze and Go, because I'm going to Glaze and Go this nail. Like I said, I've just so you can get a comparison between them all. And also I do another top coat. Well, they do two polished top coats, which I love, and you could put them on here on top of this. And then they do another one, very much like it's a gel. Only problem is you can't really use Glaze and Go on top of a gel nail. What you can do though is put down a brush on gloss and use that, and then put Glaze and Go on top of the brush on gloss. You'll have to see it from the side, guys. I'll just move the hand. See how cute they look? And they are very 3D within the nail. Putting it in the wrong way. And they look really cool. And they also, because they almost glow in the LED light. But this one is one that I did a while ago. And this one I did the dots like you've just seen, but instead of putting the black down first, can you see that? I put the colours down. And so there's no real gap between the colours, and then I put the black over the top and I filed it. And as you can see, the little balls look flat, and I don't like that as much. Ninja, you noisy little bagger. What are you chasing? So you can see my desk is all cleared off. I'll just put this away and I'll dust everything and remove the tape off my desk, and I've done all my cleanup while I was waiting for stuff to dry. Here it comes. I can't wait for you to see it. How cool is that? I love it. I really do love that. And I love that they look like they're floating and there's bubbles under the nail. I love that. It's awesome. So you have the bubbles. You have how to encapsulate holographic holographic lace. And I know there's been a couple of you who have got this with the stars on it, and I know the stars you can lose the holographic. So how do you put acrylic on something that's going to bleed, or you're going to lose the holographic? So we've got those two for that. Plus then I also showed you how I use my cutting tools to make the little heart impressions in there as well. I'm sorry, I've picked up all this acrylic from them sitting around. And then you saw how to do the lace impression in the black. And then we have the first, oh, it's not lace, netting impression. And then you have the first, which is the lace, the purple lace that looks like a heart. So I hope you like this little series. I think they all came out really cool. Until next time, guys, take care, and I'll talk to you all soon. In the next videos I'll come back and we will be working on my nails. Woohoo! Until next time, please, if you've liked it, please share it, subscribe, and keep safe.